What's up, everybody? My name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano. Today, we're going to be going over how a brand new piano player can start to build that confidence when you are sitting down at the keys. So, first of all, just to kind of explain why I'm making this video, when you first start playing the piano, there's so much to it as far as learning, especially if you're brand new, if you don't know how to read music, if you don't know where to find the notes on the keys, if you don't know what the sustain pedal does, you don't know how to move around at the piano. When you're first starting, all of these other things can be very confidence breaking because there's so much to learn and there's so much to work at and get better at that it can seem like this huge mountain you're trying to climb up, and it can be a confidence killer, especially when you're seeing other people play the piano at an extremely high level with social media and YouTube and other places as well. It can be discouraging to say the least when you're just starting out. So these 5 points here, yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, are going to help you with building the confidence at the piano. Even if you're brand new, even if you don't know how to read music, even if you've never played before, all of these points will still apply and they will help you build your confidence at the piano. So with all that out the way, let's get into the first point is be consistent. Be consistent in your practicing, in your scheduling. Make sure that whatever time you say you're going to practice, that you actually are practicing on that day at that time. Why does this build confidence? Because if you are disciplined enough to sit down and practice every day, your confidence will be built off of that, right? So if you're sitting down and you're practicing every single day, first of all, you're actually going to improve because you are practicing every day and you're going to start to build the muscle memory, and the motor neurons in your brain are going to start firing and you're going to start actually learning the movements of the piano. So you actually get better physically, and that's one. And then mentally, when you are consistent in your practicing, it's going to build that edge. You're going to say, okay, I practiced this piece 10 times. I've practiced this scale 100 times. I can do this in my sleep, right? You're going to start to build that confidence in yourself because you know that you've been putting in the work. You know that you've been practicing, and you know that you have done the necessary requirements to earn that confidence. So when you're consistent, you are basically paying the price to buy confidence. You're buying the confidence. You're saying, okay, I put in this work. I know I put in this work. I'm not lying to myself, and I can see myself improving, and you're going to get better. You're going to have that mental edge. It's going to flip on you and switch where you now have a lot more confidence than you had before, all from just staying consistent. Even if it's something small, let's say we start off with 10 minutes a day, that's enough. Or you could go for 20 minutes, 5 days a week, however you want to do it. Just make sure that you're sticking to your specific practice routine and you're not letting anything get in the way of that. Point number two is you want to try to play around other people as much as possible. Even if you're only playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Baa Baa Black Sheep, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, uh, Itsy Bitsy Spider Went Up the Web, even like nursery songs like that. If you know them, try to play them as much as you can around other people. Doesn't matter if they're your friends, if they're your family, if they're complete strangers. Try to play piano around other people because this is going to help you get rid of that performance anxiety, and again is going to build confidence. Because when you start as early as possible playing in front of other people and you start getting some positive feedback, right? Even if you're just starting and people are they're being nice to you because they can tell you're a beginner. If they tell you, hey, that sounds pretty good, you're getting a lot better, I like the way you play that song, it's going to build confidence within yourself, right? Because now you have this external force that is basically verifying that you're getting better. And you don't want to rely on that constantly, and you don't want that to be the main point or the main source of your confidence. But it's nice to get that external validation, right? Let's keep it real. We're all humans. It's nice when family, friends, or strangers say something positive about us. So even if you're playing simple songs like that, try to play it in front of other people. Think of like public pianos in your town. Think of airports. Think of anywhere else, some kind of nice hotel maybe that you're staying at. Maybe you have a piano in your house like I do, and you have friends come over one day for a cookout or a barbecue or some kind of wedding shower thing or whatever it is, and you just play them a song, even if it's something super simple like that. It's going to help you build the confidence that you need. And it's a really good thing to start playing in front of other people early on in your piano journey, so that when you start getting to playing the more complex songs, you're not as anxious or worried that you're going to make a mistake because you have some performance experience. And that's what this is. Even if you're playing, again, very simple songs, you're building performance experience, and that's always a great thing to have. Another good point too, just as a side note, another advantage of having a piano teacher is that you can play in front of them and for them, and they'll do the same thing. They'll help you build your piano performance, and it'll help you mentally to build that confidence because, again, you're playing in front of another person. So another great way to do this is get a teacher. Point number 3 is if you can't play in front of other people, you don't have any friends, you don't have any families, you are a lone wolf, next best thing you can do is open up a window. If you're home and you have this piano, which hopefully you do, if you're watching this channel, I would assume you have a piano and you're practicing and you own one and you're trying to get better. Go in your house, wherever your piano is, and just open up the window and just start playing. Play your scales, your arpeggios, whatever song you're working on. If you're playing out of a method book, if you're playing a Christmas song, since it's that time of year, just open up the window and start playing. And this is going to be the next best thing if you can't play actually in front of people, if you don't have anybody, a living human being standing right next to you listening to you play. Opening the window is the next best thing because it's going to do something. I don't know exactly what it does, but I promise you this works. Something triggers in your mind when you open up the window and you are conscious that other people on the street or your neighbors can hear you playing. It's going to help you build the confidence. It's going to be very similar, if not the exact same feeling you get when someone is standing right next to you listening to you play. So just if you don't have somebody physically in person who can listen to you play, open up the window and just play for whoever is listening, the birds, the squirrels, the raccoons, the people, whoever it is, strangers, just play. And that's also going to help you build up that confidence. Again, it's going to help you build up that performance element in your playing so that when you do get in front of real people, it's going to be a lot easier because this is going to help you. I promise this is a good trick that can help you with your performance anxiety very quickly. Point number 4 is, let's say none of these ideas work I just told you. So you can't play in front of other people, you don't have a teacher, you don't have any friends, you don't have family, you're in some kind of dungeon where your piano is, you have no open windows. What's the next best thing that you can do? Next best thing you can do is record yourself and put it online. This is another aspect that can build confidence in your playing because a lot of people, they are shy about putting themselves out there online. They don't want to record any videos of themselves, especially if it has their face in it, like kind of what I'm doing, just a straight up talking video to you all. People get very nervous and anxious about doing that. So if you can get like a stand like I have, some kind of phone holder, and you can position it like on the side, right? So my piano's right here behind me. Let's say you put it on the side, like where that radiator is, facing you, so that people can now see your face and they can see you sitting down at the piano and actually playing whatever it is that you're playing. And then you post that online. That's also going to build confidence. It's not going to be as good because you're not doing it live, right, in front of other people or even with the window open. But it's still going to build confidence because you're going to say what I just told you. Damn, I'm confident enough in myself that I can record myself playing and put it online for complete strangers to hear. That means I'm confident. That's something confident people do. If you're not confident in yourself, you would never even think about doing that. So just record the video of yourself playing. It doesn't matter. Even if you play it like shit the first time around, you can just stop the video and re-record it. That's the advantage of not playing it live for somebody. So if you need to do that at first, that's fine too. You can always do it that way. My cat's in here going crazy, but you can always do it that way. You can always just record yourself playing and then post it online later, and you can post whatever version you want to post because you can have that control over it. That's going to be another confidence booster for you. And then we go into point number 5 here about how to be confident at the piano. Point number 5 is you want to build yourself some kind of set, some kind of list, okay? list of songs, even something small, let's say 1 or 2 songs that you feel extremely confident about, that you can play very easily. You don't have to think about it too much. These songs are songs that you want to have on autopilot. So you're not thinking about which finger should I play on this note, what are the notes I should be playing, what are the chords at the bottom. You're not really thinking about any of that. You just want to be more focused on how the musicality, how does it sound musically what you're playing. And you want to get all the technical pieces down well enough so that when you play this in front of other people, it actually sounds pretty good. It's also going to boost your confidence because once you start building songs that you know, this can rapidly go up. So you might start with 1 or 2 songs. They're probably going to be very easy songs, like nursery rhyme songs, like we talked about. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, maybe Happy Birthday to You, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, songs like that. And once you start building these songs, even though they're easy, once you start knowing them, you don't need to read sheet music and you can play it very confidently and you know all the notes and you are happy with where you're at. Now you're starting to build your set. Now you have songs that you can play pretty much on command. Okay, and this is going to build your confidence because now you don't need to look at sheet music every single time. You know what you're doing, you know what you need to hit, you know how it should sound. It's going to build confidence in yourself. And this is going to rapidly improve the longer you play, obviously, the more you practice, is you're going to know a lot more songs by memory. And you're going to start knowing real songs as well, not that nursery rhymes aren't real songs, but you're going to know real songs, quote unquote. So you'll know maybe some Beatles songs if you like the Beatles, maybe some other classical piece, an easy classical piece that you like, some kind of rock song that you like, maybe some kind of jazz standard that you like, maybe Christmas songs, right? Those are real songs that everybody recognizes. And this is the time of year where you can learn that and it makes sense to play them. But you're going to have this repertoire, this list of songs, this set list that you can play pretty much on command. And it's only going to grow, and improve the more you play. So those are all things you can do to improve your confidence at the piano. Just to recap, first thing you can do is be consistent. We know how important consistency is in everything in life. Next is try to play in front of other people. If they're friends, family, strangers, your music teacher, whoever it is, doesn't matter. If you can't do that, play with the window open. Let the strangers and the birds hear you playing. If you can't do that, go ahead and just record yourself playing, post it online so that other people have to see it. And final step is, again, you want to build that set list, that set song list that you have of that repertoire that you can use, and you can play whatever you want. So the 5 things, 5 actions that you can take right now to build your confidence at the piano. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. My name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano.